Well, hey!
Hi!
Welcome to Open Mic with our friend and longtime resident. Well, not so long. Well, long.
Yeah, long.
Long compared to other entertainers. My friend Tamra Tinoco.
Hi.
Hey there. From the Magnificent Seven show.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, that was one of the first shows that I ever saw when I came to Branson.
Really?
I met you and your lovely husband.
Yes. Lovely is he.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But I met you guys at the Recplex.
Yes.
Because you guys would go there all the time, and I think we started
right.
talking, and then I came to the show, and yours was really one of the first shows I ever saw.
Well, I'll be darned. I hope we left a lasting impression.
And I called my agent, and I'm like, what in the world did you get into? No, it was crazy.
Welcome to Branson.
It was crazy, because in the show you did, you did the music, 7 decades, if I remember right, starting with 1830.
Yes, 1830 it was.
A little flutes and the little drummer. No, starting when? What
1940s.
Decade? The 1940s. But you did that, but you did the comedy, and you guys had tons of stuff.
We still do.
And you were at the White House then.
We were.
But now, Hamner Barber.
Hamner Barber.
Hamner,
it's actually Hamner Variety Theater.
I keep saying that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
They were such a staple.
Dave will call you later.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, the Hamner Variety Theater.
Yes.
And you're there now, and then we're recording this in 2014.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, but in 2015, you're going to be at the same place, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. We're very excited about it.
Same schedule?
Same schedule. We just do 3 nights a week, which would be Friday night, Sunday night, and Monday night.
Oh, that's not
7
bad.
o'clock. Magnificent 7.
Oh,
At 7
o'clock.
I know.
On Route
Scary.
70. No, it's not. Well, that doesn't
It's
fit.
kind of off. Anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yes.
So how long have you been at that theater?
This will be coming on to the second year, so we've been there a year.
And Dave's fun, isn't he?
He's fabulous. He's
Yeah.
also my preacher, so I have to be nice. Hi, Dave.
Oh, how about that?
Yes.
Yeah, I went and saw, unfortunately, I can't see your show.
I know.
Because my schedule...
Doesn't allow it.
No, I rarely get to see shows. People find that weird.
I understand that.
Yeah, in our show, we do question and answer with the audience. I do sometimes like improv, and one of the questions I get is, what's your favorite show? And I said, I've only seen like 3, unfortunately.
It is hard when you work 7 days a week.
It is. Anyways, so over there, but I did go to see the Unbelievable variety show.
Correct.
And you're part of that. So
I am. That's why 7 days a week.
7 days a week. So you made a little appearance. You're
Yes.
lucky that there's 7 days in a week.
I know.
It
I'm kind of excited about that.
So
Yes.
will you change it to like Magnificent 8 when we have like another decade?
No. We're
Really?
stopping in the 2000s.
Really, that's it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no,
it. No
no
more.
new music
No
after
music.
that.
No, we've thought about it. You know, as the time passes, there are less in the 40s, but I love the 40s music.
I do too.
You know, the swing music and stuff. You kind of have to throw that in. So
Yeah.
we're thinking about doing 50s through, 2010s, which sounds weird anyway.
So
2010s.
6.
No, it'd be
it'd be
sevens.
7. So,
yeah,
yeah.
it'd be sevens, but maybe put the 40s in our Broadway section, so something of that nature.
Kind of cheap.
Yeah,
It's
cheap.
kind of cheating. I love the 40s music.
I do
like
too.
The Andrews Sisters. and
I
all
do
that.
too.
I worked at a theme restaurant in Ohio for several years that was World War II themed.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, everyone dressed as soldiers and
Right.
whatever. But that's the music that they played. So I got to hear the same tracks.
Over.
Yeah, and they only had like 20 or 25 minutes worth of music from that. And so I was there 3 hours a day. So
Nice.
I
Yes.
felt like one of the Andrews sisters.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
You're the
So
one.
that's
Not
good.
anymore.
No, that's good.
Medicine is amazing.
That is amazing. Love the
So
technology.
speaking of amazing medicine, not really.
Anyway,
doesn't segue.
segue.
So when did you first come to Branson?
I came here right out of college.
So that was like 4 years ago.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. No, I was here in 91.
So you were here for the it can't be big
I
little,
was.
the big boom.
I was here.
What was that like?
You couldn't get anywhere.
Really?
They didn't have the yellow route, the blue route, the red route. They just had a route.
Beige route.
Yes,
Beige.
right down the
gray
middle.
route.
And I lived over on the lake, and I had a 4-wheel drive. And that was a good thing because I took major back roads
You
to
made
get
those routes.
I ended up working with Jim Stafford for a few years, and the route to there was no road behind him.
Oh, really? No Green Mountain Drive or
there was
whatever?
nothing. So I went through hills and valleys and rivers to get to work to sometime because it would take so long to get
Like
to
the
work.
post office.
I am. It was awful. You had to get there, and bringing up a story,
Yeah.
it's kind of humorous because I would go through woods and valleys, and I lived upon the
Over
lake.
dales.
Yes, Dale I knew really well. Anyway, so I'd get there, and every day it was so funny because my car would be covered in mud or dirt or something. And one day I started to get out of my car, and there was a snake in my floorboard.
Oh, really?
That had climbed in there from somewhere in the valley or dale. And I didn't know what it was, and then it rattled.
Oh,
Yes.
I know what it was.
I know. I do too now. But I drove the whole way with it in my floorboard.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Right by my feet.
You had no idea.
No. And needless to say, I opened the door very quickly and screamed out of my car and did not get in it for 4 days until they found him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it was
I haven't
awesome.
had any run-in with
Totally
snakes.
Branson story, yes.
Yeah.
But that was before they had all the back roads and stuff,
Yeah.
so.
I've come across like the Tarantula Migration
Oh,
thing
yes,
here.
that.
You ever see that?
I have, yeah.
It was kind of weird the first time because
don't
I
wanna
was
talk about
driving and you don't want to talk about it?
I found one on my costume.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a pet one out back. There's one that lives under this rock by our fire pit. And it's been there for years and
Now,
years.
they don't come in hordes, which is good.
Not usually.
Yes.
However, I work out by the lake because that's where they tend to keep boats.
That's where they keep boats.
Yeah, and so I was out there driving to work, in my car. It has a weird steering wheel. It's like V-shaped.
V-shaped.
And so I'm going out, and there was something all over the road. And so I pulled over thinking it was some sort of spill, and I went, and it was all of these tarantulas crossing.
That
And
would
somebody
not-
told me that they migrate away from the lake or something that time of the year.
Wow.
Weird. Yeah, but you had rattlesnakes.
I had a
That's
rattlesnake.
And a tarantula on your dress.
And yes, it was nice.
Yeah.
Went to put it on, there it was.
Oh, isn't that
Nice.
nice? Yeah. So the big, I got to tell you, I didn't even know what Branson was before I moved here. I honestly did not know. And they had called me, asked me to come here, and I asked around, and my grandma, all I knew was my grandma would get on a bus, and she would go to Branson. And this is like 2005 or 6 is when I was moving here. And my grandma, years before, would get on a bus and she would go away for a week. And then she'd come back with all of these T-shirts and stuff that we would secretly throw away. So she wouldn't wear them. We would hide them.
Nice.
Yeah, she would forget.
Okay.
And but they did a big story on, was it 60 Minutes or something?
A lot of places did a lot of story, but 60
Like that
Minutes is a
same
big
year,
one.
did they do it?
Yeah, and Regis and Kathy Lee were here, and a bunch of them.
I was on that show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they sumo wrestled. I used to have those big inflatable sumo
I was going to say, you don't look anything like
No,
sumo
I've lost
wrestler.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. That
since
once
moving.
again, going back to the medicine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But so Regis and Kathy and 60 Minutes, and I remember seeing the thing about Branson on TV.
Right.
Because I was in elementary school then. But
Yes.
I saw that. And so it became huge. Like basically overnight almost, people started flooding in. And so you're at the Stafford Theater, but you weren't doing your own thing then, were
I
you?
was not. No, I actually came into town after college and brought the Osmonds in with them.
You all rode together?
No, yeah, we
with
kind
rattlesnakes?
of. I picked them up at the airport. But that was my first experience in Branson. I had a friend that was doing marketing with them. And she's like, well, can you go pick them up? And I was like, what? You know,
the
they already
Osmonds?
had their show set and everything, so I wasn't singing or anything. And I thought, okay, so I'll go pick them up. You know, I'm 20, 21 years old, going to pick up the Osmond brothers.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Donnie Marie, a little bit Jimmy fan. You know, I didn't really know
used to
the
watch that variety
Osmond.
show too,
Yes,
yeah. That
brothers.
Solid Gold.
Yes, so picking them up at the airport, that was my first really Branson moment.
Oh,
It's like,
starstruck.
oh, I know. I was a little bit, but at the same time, really wasn't because I didn't really know them.
Oh yeah, that would be kind
You know,
of odd. Yeah.
it was odd. I knew about them, but yeah.
Was this when they very first?
Very first,
came?
the whole family coming
Oh
into
my
town.
gosh, you like ushered them in.
Welcome.
It's your fault.
I know.
No, they're great.
Yeah, I've worked with them many years now. So
No, I think
yeah, off and
everybody
on.
has.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
They have the Moon River thing going, right?
They do now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you bring them in. You're not
Did.
doing anything in their show, but
No, not
you're
really.
performing.
And then I decided to audition a couple places, and I worked with Christy Lane. Do you remember who Christy Lane was?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Mostly One Day at a Time. One Day at a Time.
Okay.
That was her big hit, and she was very well known with
Which is the mantra of a lot of the
bus
people that visit
tours.
Branson. Just
Yes.
one day at a time. Yeah.
One Day at a Time. And I worked with her, and I worked with Ferlin Husky. I don't know if you on Wings of the Snow White
they
Dove.
named the dogs after them.
Yes. And a show called Blondes, Blondes, Blondes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And that's where I met my husband.
How did you get that part? What was the hook
Well,
of
you know,
this?
I was the only blonde
that
in
would
the
be
whole
hilarious.
show. I was the only blonde. But actually, the star of the show played blondes through the years. That's what she would put on a wig. Lots of wigs.
I see.
Yes. But it was a great experience. And I did 3 shows a day, almost 7 days a week. And I was a kid.
So Blondes, what was the premise of this? Was it just like an empty stage? The audience would be there and they'd be like, they couldn't figure out how to get to the theater?
No
blonde jokes or
no
anything?
blonde jokes, no, not at all. But it was a lot of fun. She just portrayed a lot of blondes throughout the years.
It's kind of a weird thing.
I know, but we were backup singers and dancers, and my husband was in it, and husband to be.
Oh, so okay.
Yes, definitely
So
not a
there you go.
blonde.
No.
No.
Redhead.
Definitely. But it was a great experience.
But you met him there?
Yes.
And he was singing or?
Singing, dancing a little bit.
Dancing a little bit on purpose?
On purpose, yes.
Yeah,
He had to do that.
I can't do that.
You
No,
don't
you
want to do
see-
that.
It's like a full body dry heave when I try to dance.
no.
People come over, they put a spoon in my mouth. They think
Okay,
something's...
I won't be calling you.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no. So you're there and you do Blondes.
Did. And then we moved on to Jim Stafford.
So you're in his show, or
I was
just at
in
the
his
theater?
show for 2.5 years. And it was great. Jim was a great guy.
Yeah, I
And
never
he's
got to
great.
work with him.
Yep,
I
very
did
funny
one
man.
charity thing with him, and then he's gone.
Yeah.
He's not in town
He
anymore.
left.
He moved on.
That was the beginning of his 20-year stint here in Branson.
Wow.
Way before your time. It's okay.
Way
Yeah.
before. So yeah. So you do that. So what made you guys decide to do your own show? So you get with Joe.
Oh, it did. We got married in 95 and moved.
Oh.
Yes.
Out of here.
We moved out of Branson.
To where?
We went to Nashville.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So a big change.
Yeah, he was really into country, and he wrote a lot of songs, and I was the wife that just sang,
Yeah.
and I
A
followed.
little country in you. then?
Yes.
Yeah.
I learned it real quick.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of stuff out there. We worked at Grand Ole Opry, and we were on Grand
Did
Ole
you
Opry
stand on the
stage.
spot? Isn't there a
We
spot?
did. We
Yeah.
were asked to be on the Grand Ole. That was a big thing,
I can imagine.
We were asked to sing on that. We did it as a duet, and it was a lot of fun. Worked at Opryland.
What kind of music did you two sing together as duets? Was it like,
Definitely country.
Like Dolly and Kenny and
Yes.
Yeah, Islands.
We
and
even still
Strings
do
of-
that.
You do?
Yes,
Really?
because it's a big hit of our show, and it's a lot of comedy because of
Yeah.
her fabulousness.
Yes. Yeah. She's huge in the
She's
country.
huge in the country field. Yes.
Not
Yes.
only that, but I was actually shocked because I did a story about Dixie Stampede. So I looked up a lot of stuff about Dolly, and she still owns the rights and to like thousands of songs. It seems
I know.
like. It's amazing. Like
She's a
songs
brilliant
that
woman.
like Britney Spears and stuff does. Like, wow,
Yes.
it's amazing.
She is, and we got to do a movie with her.
really?
Joe was in it, and
The
it's
best,
called Blue Valley Songbird. It was a Lifetime, and Billy Dean was in it as well.
The sausage guy.
Yeah. No.
No.
The guy that's here
I'm
in
so
town.
bad at
I
these
know, and
things.
that is bad.
I'm horrible.
Billy Dean, that's actually here in Branson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he's at the.
Yeah, but they asked Joe to do it at the time when we were in Nashville, and I was just a sidekick. And I'm 5'9", and heels made me 6 foot.
Yeah.
She's little.
Oh yeah.
Even with
Yeah, I've
heels,
met her,
she's
yeah.
little, but she was a hoot.
She's hilarious.
I know.
It's funny how she kind of makes fun of herself.
She does.
She did that ice bucket challenge, and
saw
her
that.
granddaughters
I
or
did.
whoever dumped it on her. But I love when she talks about how expensive it is to look this trashy and,
love
and all
that.
that.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of a big deal around here. Because she not only does she have a part of the Dixie Stampede, Dolly Parton's Dixie
Right.
Stampede. I think that's the one she's associated with.
I think so.
But she does a whole book program for kids around
She
here that
does.
my kids do.
Mine too.
Oh, really? So the kids get a book every month.
Every month?
Until
they're
they're
5.
yeah,
I think so.
like to support education, literacy, and stuff. It's
great.
yeah, it's fantastic. So you do the Lifetime movie.
Yes.
Was the mom from Family Ties in that? She's like in every Lifetime movie. Meredith
No.
Baxter.
No.
Bernie. No. Okay.
I can't think who it was. You would recognize her, but I can't think. Sorry,
Probably not.
can't
I don't
think.
know anybody.
No.
I don't get out.
Okay, that's bad.
Nope. It's good for me though.
Well,
So-
except with the monkeys.
Yeah, they'll be back there.
They'll be
trust
back.
me.
Okay.
So you do a Lifetime movie?
I did.
And where did
I
you
did.
film that?
In Nashville. We did a lot of things when we were in Nashville, and we actually did a tour around the country.
Yeah.
And I hit 45
In Nashville.
different states.
You did a tour around the country
In Nashville. Based out of Nashville.
I see.
Yes.
How is Nashville different from Branson? I've never been there, other than the airport.
Never been to Nashville?
I have not. I'm not big into country music.
Well, yeah. Sorry. I'm not either.
Yeah?
But I learned to like it.
Yeah.
Some of it.
Yeah.
I do like some of it. I really do.
Around here, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, and when you do a decade show, you have to put all different styles of music in there. So
you got the rap.
Yes.
You got the...
We do have rap.
Do you seriously?
Show. It's a comedy, but we do have it, especially in our Christmas show.
In the Christmas show?
Yes.
Rapping.
Not the
Please
same.
tell me.
No.
It's the perfect
Twas
tie-in.
the night before Christmas, but wrapped. Oh, and we started it one of our first years, and we can't get rid of it because everybody requests it.
You can't get rid of rap.
And that's not my favorite style.
It's not my favorite either. I used to do a spoof of it where I did a magic trick as a rapper, and I just couldn't do it anymore.
You couldn't do it?
I couldn't.
Yeah.
No. Trying to keep up with all the, I just couldn't do it. So,
well,
but you got rap in the show.
We
That's
do
awesome.
in our Christmas show. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, just because it's a holiday.
So
when you think of Christmas, you think of rapping.
When you think of Santa,
you do. Yeah.
Rapping, it's fun.
Santa Claus raps.
Yes.
In your show.
There's 4 of them.
There's 4.
I know.
There can't be 4 Santas.
Well, there's actually 6 Santas in our show. The 7th is my cute little daughter being an elf.
Oh, yeah.
So
and I remember your daughter because she, at the Recplex, she was in the little daycare
She was.
with my daughter.
She's now 5 foot tall.
Is she really?
And only about to turn 10, so.
Really?
Yes.
My daughter's 14, and she's the same height as me.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's not so little anymore.
No.
We have a cartoon of us that I use for promotional things. It's cartoons of her and I have to keep stretching it.
That's right.
And so now she looks like all...
It's very thin.
Very thin girl. So every time I have to. Or else people, when they come to the show and they see the two of us, they say, oh, you're so much taller than this. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So now I've taken to shrinking me down. Because there's nothing I can do. Well, what does she do in the show?
She's one of the 7. Mag 7, 7 people.
Yeah?
7 decades of music.
I actually didn't know that.
7 p.m. Yes.
And it's 7 hours long.
It is.
The show is 7 hours. No,
we try to keep it.
But she's
70
in there.
minutes.
A friend of mine, I think Cameron.
Yes, Cameron's in there, and his wife. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have a great cast, and we've had fabulous casts throughout the years, but this cast, it's like family. So
yeah,
they're
magnificent.
Wonderful. Magnificent.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
So you're in Nashville.
Yes.
Which I asked you what is the different? What would you say is the major differences between Nashville and Branson?
Big.
It is. Has an airport.
It's large.
I know it does have an airport.
Like it because I'm so used to the small town.
Yeah.
Small town atmosphere is me. Springfield's as far as I go because that's where I'm from.
Oh, really?
So, right up the road. I don't get out much.
Yeah, whenever I get out, I go to Springfield. People find that weird in Springfield that people from Branson come to Springfield.
Yeah. But
so big city.
Big city.
You and your husband, you film a Lifetime movie.
We do. He was out there, trying to do the songwriting thing, and we've got a little ways here and there, but we came home because my home is in Springfield.
Yeah.
And we came home. I was actually judging a show choir competition because my father
were you hired to do that, or were you
Yes.
just sitting there making comments to yourself? Because I do.
I was doing that too, but no, my father is in the musical field as well. He's a band orchestra director, and they had hired him and asked if I would do it as well. So we came home, and that's where the whole Magnificent Seven started. They said, "Hey, you want to start your own show? We're doing Magnificent Seven. We need a country show." And, I'm so big into country. I went, yes! No, I didn't. But my husband and I started talking about it, and we thought, okay, we'll try that. Yeah, we adapted.
You do what you have to do.
And it started at Mutton Hollow, which turned into Branson, USA, which went into Celebration City, the whole thing. But it started there. And then when he moved it over to the White House, the executive producer, obviously, he said, why don't you produce it and do the whole thing, which was new to us at that time.
Which is probably the show I saw.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, at the White House.
And I think we had like 10 band members and 10 singer-dancers, yes.
It was a big deal. Because you shocked me. Because I think was Alicia in the show?
Alicia was in the show?
Someone in the show pointed me out in the audience. Yeah, I'm sure you don't remember this. But I was there with my daughter, and I'm there in my workout clothes.
Awesome.
And they point me out, and I have to stand up, and I feel like
that was probably me.
Weird.
Sorry.
Yeah, I feel weird. Yeah.
I'll make sure you're not wearing workout
Well,
clothes.
I wear a sports bra.
Oh,
is what I wear.
Bonus.
Uh-huh.
Well, it
And
keeps everything
spandex.
in. Well,
Yeah. Yeah. So did you ever work at Celebration when it became Celebration City?
No.
No. I love that place, actually. I miss it.
I did too, and I'm sad that it went away.
Yeah, it was a good place to go and eat every night.
Oh,
So we would do.
good.
Because I'm really cheap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hot dogs.
I know.
So you start doing your own show there, Magnificent Seven at the White House. But so you have that going, and
Did.
you decide to do your own thing, which people ask me all the time if I want to do that, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Well, I don't think we decided. The owner decided.
You just didn't have a choice.
Really, yes. And he said, I really want you to do this, take over. So he provided the money, which was fabulous.
Yeah.
And we provided the entertainment. And it was really hectic at that time because he wanted TV shows every week. That's when we were doing TV shows.
Oh, wow.
Every week. And then it went to gospel shows every week. And so we were making up shows every week.
Yeah.
We'd like, here's your music, go. You know,
And it
we
has
had
to be
a
different every
fabulous
week?
band that would, yes.
Yeah.
That would constantly pick up things, horn section. I mean, it was great, but it was chaos.
Yeah.
It was absolute chaos.
Yeah, you barely have time to finish one before you start
you
another. I
didn't
used to
breathe.
write for some shows and it was like that, yeah.
You didn't breathe, but we had, like, once again, we had a great cast, and there was 10 of us that pulled
10
this
in
off.
the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I had to kind of work around that to make it
Yeah.
work. 7 decades of music works.
Yeah.
But they were called Saturday Night Jubilees, so those were a little bit easier, and we could make up themes every week and do whatever we wanted.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, it worked really well. But once again, tiring.
But doing your own thing, now you got to worry about promoting the show yourself. Did you have to do that then?
Not then. That was
But
it
slowly
totally in his
you
hands.
have to get into this then?
Unfortunately, he became ill and passed away.
Oh.
And that's when we had to obviously do something else.
Right.
The family knew us, of course, and gave us the rights to Magnificent Seven.
Oh, that was generous of them.
Yes, it was. They didn't give us the money to the Magnificent Seven, but
Well,
they
that
gave us
wasn't
the right. And that was kind of a downfall of Branson as well, but we didn't see it that way.
The downfall of Branson was when you took over.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't come out right. Yes.
It coincided.
Yes, it coincided. That's when the
With
economy.
okay. I was going to say not a downfall
No.
because we're still.
Yes, we're still doing very well, but it was the economy time, 2009-ish.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's when Joe and I took over financially as well.
Well, that's fairly recent. I thought it was a lot longer.
2009.
Okay.
And that's when we moved into the Osmond Theater. I was still friends with the Osmonds, obviously.
Right.
And that's what is now Clay Cooper's theater, obviously. But we moved in there, took over. Yeah, it was a moment.
So now you have to do. You have to figure out
Everything.
advertising. You have to worry about
Everything.
concession things and like.
Everything.
Yeah, I know.
FITs,
That's what I say. Yes.
Billing. How do we do this?
Trying to get your money back from all
And
those
in the
ticket
meantime,
sales.
cleaning bathrooms,
Yeah.
and making
not
people
glamorous
happy.
at all.
It is not. No, not.
No.
And that's where the film came in.
Yeah. So how did that come about? So did you guys hear about it and try to get in? The name of the film that we're talking about, by the way, is
We Always Lie to Strangers.
We Always Lie to Strangers, which is
Very.
an odd title, I thought.
Do you think?
I thought so.
Thought about it?
Yeah, well, I'll say I like the title because I live here and stuff. So I get it. Yeah.
You get it.
But I thought that it was a weird title when I first heard about it because I was working with Chip
Right.
Holderman, that's in that at that time. And when they told me the title, I thought, well, this is going to be perceived odd to the public.
And it is perceived odd until you see it. And then you get it.
Yeah.
And those of us that live here get it right away.
Yeah, and it's on Netflix now, right?
It is.
Yeah. So you can go on Netflix and watch this, but it follows, I think, four
different
different
families.
stories.
Or stories.
Yeah, you guys, the Presleys, Chip,
And linens.
and the Lynns. Yeah. So it follows over a couple years, isn't it? They filmed it over a couple years.
They originally came to us when we were at the White House and everything was going strong. They were looking at different things, different options to do their documentary on Branson. And I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It wasn't by me. They said, oh, this is what the owner wants to do. I think we should have them follow you
I see.
around. And they were nice guys.
Yeah. But you're being filmed all the time, good or bad.
You are. And in the back of your brain, you're like, how are they going to portray me? I don't know if I want to do this, And I kind of just went with it. And they didn't come back. And I was like, okay, good, that's over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Then we took over
Yeah.
And then they showed up
again. And then they
again.
wanted to get the whole story.
And like I said, really nice guys, but every time I saw my phone that they were calling, I had a sinking feeling.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't want them following me. That wasn't the best time of my life.
No.
They found out how I dealt with everything from cleaning bathrooms.
Yeah, I know. You talked about that.
To people
in
not paying you the money that they owe you.
Mm-hmm. And you trying to get some of the entertainers to go out and promote. Yeah, I just watched it. So.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, and my child is, 3 years old at the time or 4. And
she's almost 5 foot at that time.
She's 5 foot at that time as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, awkward. But yeah, it was a difficult time. After I saw the movie, actually, when they called and said, "Hey, we're going to do a screening for it. You want to come over?" I initially wanted to go, "No, I don't. I don't want to see it. I don't want to have anything to do with it." And I thought, well, I better get used to it because it's going out there.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you better be prepared.
But yeah, so they did a good job. They
you were
really
happy with
did.
it?
I wasn't happy with what was going on in my life, but the way they did it, I was fine.
It was fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I've done 3 reality shows now. Which this is different. I mean, yours is a movie that came out. So reality shows, you know, they want to sensationalize things. Luckily, I had very minor parts on these, but the entire time I'm asked to perform different things. And I kept thinking, are they going to portray me as a good performer?
Right.
Or they can make it look like things didn't go so
They could do anything they wanted to do.
You have no control.
No control. None.
And they don't tell you. And it can honestly depend on the other things they film. If they have a success story here, well, they need a non-successful story.
We were definitely the underdogs in this movie.
Yeah, you guys come across really well in it,
well,
I
good.
think.
Thank you.
I think so, because it shows what it's like.
It definitely
and the struggles,
shows.
And it makes people... Yeah, it does. It makes people appreciate the hard work and stuff that you have to go through to have a show. Because like me, I mean, I've been here 9 years. You've been here slightly longer.
Yes.
And
since I was 2.
We both see people come in that could be a big name, and they think they're going to just clean up. You know, I'm going to be the new thing in Branson. And I was told years ago that you have to plan on 5 years before you have success. Because the first year nobody knows you.
Right.
Because we rely a lot on coaches. Coaches meaning like travel groups that come to Branson. And so they plan at least a year out.
At least.
Yeah, usually like 2 years. So you spend a year establishing yourself. The next year you get a little following. You try to get the coaches and people to see your show.
Right.
3rd year, they might think about booking it like the 4th year.
Right.
And in the meantime, you're trying to buy advertising, which is not cheap here. It's insane.
And that's where we had struggled a lot.
Yeah. And
you know, having somebody that supplied all that.
Right.
And you had 1,000 people. You know, when we started Magnificent 7... there was 30 shows in town.
Right. Now there's like 100
now 130.
Something. Yeah.
You know, and we were full every night. If we didn't have a full house or close to it at 1,200 seats,
wow.
What's wrong?
That's a big theater.
It is. It was a very big theater, and he made it a dinner theater, which made it even better.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we stepped out of that, we didn't have that.
Right.
We didn't have the market. I didn't have the money. You know, we had to take the loan out that we'll be paying on for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. You didn't have that foundation for that.
But we had the love for it. And that's the hard part.
That's all you need.
I know.
Someone said
you
that,
as
all
an
you need is
entertainer.
love.
Well,
yeah. Someone said that.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't put
that
my finger
and cash.
on it, but
You need cash too.
Cash would work.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, and the challenge with being in that theater, I would assume, because I had a friend, Darren Romeo, that was here in town at the Welk Theater, which seats 2,000.
It's a lot.
Let's say. I think it's more, but he could have 300 people. But you went in a room that seats 2,000 or 1,200.
Right.
It looks really small.
Empty.
So then people go online with the TripAdvisors and with the Yelp and all this, and they write, the theater was barely half full.
Right.
But people would kill for 300 people. A lot of the shows would love to have 300 people.
It would be great. Now.
Well, no, even then.
Even then, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Our theater seats 700 and something. And some days we go out and there's 400 people.
Right.
And it looks light, let's say. But 400 people at every show, a lot of these smaller shows would love to have.
I would love that as well.
400 people. But so that's kind of a problem with, in Branson here, we have this disparity. We have really small theaters, and then those people brag about we're always sold out.
Right.
You know, and then you have the theater like, what's the Grand Palace, which is slightly too big for the shows we have and slightly too small for the big names that want to come in.
Right.
But you still get these people that come in and they think, I'm going to come into a year in Branson and be... I mean, we've had people... I wasn't here, but I heard like Willie Nelson came in and Wayne Newton.
Sure. I was here during that whole time.
Were you? And those are big names. Like you would think that's going to be packed
Barbara
all the time.
Mandrell, Louise Mandrell. You know, they had the Grand Palace.
Oh, yeah. So they were
huge.
At that.
You know, and I would look forward to the people they brought in every week. Kenny Rogers would come in.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Anka, if you remember Paul Anka.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Captain and Tennille. I mean, you know, that was the heyday. You know, I would look forward to those. And
but none of them are here now.
They aren't.
The one that stuck around, Andy.
Yeah,
Andy Williams. You know, he stuck it out. He was committed to making it work, and he did. And he
You're
kind of
right.
brought Christmas to Branson, I'm told.
Kind of did, yes.
Because so back in the 90s when you were here, I'm sorry, in the early 2000s,
yeah.
when you were here, Christmas wasn't a huge thing here, was it?
No, it didn't start off that way.
No, but now almost every show
Have to have
you have
Ozark
to have
Mountain Christmas. Yes.
And we start like in
October 31st, or sometimes earlier.
Yeah, well, rehearsals, you're starting
in August.
Yes. I joke all the time. I say to our audience, come back at the end of this month at Christmas because you'll be seeing our Easter show.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's like
good.
3 months out.
It is.
You know, we're always 3 or 4 months out.
It is.
But it's changed a lot.
It
I
has.
mean, now you have to have 2 different shows, which is kind of cool because you can get some of the same people to come back.
Right.
You know, and see both shows.
When we had the 30 shows in town, it's great. And then entertainers would come in going, oh, this is where you need to be. Thus, we have the 130 shows in town.
Right.
And the pie is divided way too many ways.
Yeah.
And that's where our downfall went with the rest of the shows that have been here for years.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's still the same amount of people come. There's still 10 million people that
Right.
come to visit. But, oh, look at all the choices.
Now you got to divide it up.
Yeah.
And Branson's changed a lot in the last 3 or 4 years in that now we've become more geared, we have more options for younger families.
Right.
Because there's the zip lines,
Sure.
there's all that sort of thing going on. We got the amusement parks and the water rides. And so the whole family can come.
Right.
But
They don't see as many shows.
they don't see as many shows. And along that line, there's a weird thing about Branson, I think, where if something unique opens, within a year, there's 3 of them.
Right.
Or 4 of them.
I agree.
And that bothers me really bad, you know? I was excited when they opened a zip line because I'm working on cruise ships. I do
Sure.
the zip line in Haiti. There's one
Oh,
there
yeah.
at Labadee that I go to. So I would always do it. And I thought, oh, good. I'm going to have a zip line. I can show my daughter how fun it is.
Right.
And so one opened, and now we have what, 4? 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. And same thing with go-kart tracks. And so they take that pie
Yes.
and they don't think about it.
No,
they think,
they
oh,
don't.
they're successful. Well, now you're splitting the same audience.
You're right.
The same clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Branson.
Yeah, you know, it
And
kind
it's
of...
a great place.
It is
really
a great place, but sometimes, I'll be honest, there's a lot of ideas I'll come up with, and I think, maybe I should save that and do it when I'm on the road. You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want 5 other people doing it.
I agree. I want
to be unique.
And that's hard because, you know, starting our show, our ideas, I see all over town.
Yeah, I know.
And it's sad, but at the same time, it's kind of nice that they
Sort
think
of,
you.
until you have to pay the bills and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I love that. Oh, they're doing it now.
See, I don't agree with that. Imitation
I don't
is the
either.
sincerest form. I hate it when people say that.
I know.
Because, no, it's theft when people take things. And it's
Plagiarism.
yeah, it is.
It is.
And when you come up with a unique idea, it just really...
It
really
is.
stinks, actually.
It does.
Yeah, it's very
But at the same time,
discouraging.
you know, they're trying to keep it fresh just like everybody else
It
is.
is. And at the same time, you have to put things in your show, I'm sure, that work for a Branson audience.
Exactly.
And so then you feel like you're doing what other people are doing. You have to have a patriotic number,
Absolutely.
which you want to have.
Sure.
You know, we want to honor
Big on country here.
the vets.
Absolutely.
Because,
And gospel.
Yeah, gospel. And if you don't have those, you hear about it.
Absolutely.
That was one of the problems I think Darren had, was Darren brought his Vegas show, and he did numbers that were gospel-ish, because he sang and did magic, but he didn't per se do like a patriotic flag and all this. And he would get a lot of criticism about that, because you didn't follow the Branson formula, as it's known.
Yeah, it is the Branson formula.
But, you know, you do
make
it in your
work for
unique
yourself.
way.
Yes.
And you guys
You
certainly
try
have
to
been making it work.
reinvent it.
So the movie, would you say that you've had much benefit from that? Do people... have people seen it? I mean, it was an independent film. I had to search to find it.
Right. I've had a lot of friends from past years come out of the woodwork that have seen it. especially since you put it on Facebook or something of that nature.
Right.
Or, hey, I saw you, and I haven't heard from them in 25 years. It's like, oh, really? I didn't know you went through that. I know. So I don't know if we've benefited from it much, but I've come in contact with people I haven't heard from in years because of it.
Do you mention it or anything in your show? Do you say you guys were on that?
We don't.
Think about that.
Yeah.
But maybe just the title.
I know.
Maybe you don't want to say we were part of a movie about Branson called We Always Lie to Strangers.
Well,
like it just...
But then if you explain it, it might be...
Yeah, but you don't have that. You know how people are.
I know. I know.
Yeah. So, the future. What do you got going on? I mean, any big changes to the show or anything? You're always changing little bits, I know.
We're not changing locations, which is great. When you don't have a theater in town, you kind of have to rely on other people to home you. So I'm thrilled to be where we are.
With Dave.
Absolutely thrilled. Yeah. They're wonderful people.
They really are.
And
he's always been nice to me.
Yeah, always. Yeah, that's just, him and Denise are...
He has to come on here sometime.
He should.
Yeah.
He would totally
We have the
love
magic
that.
thing and stuff.
Yeah, do stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
It would work. But I'm very happy where we are. Our show's going to keep going, and we're still going to change it every year. We change it twice a year.
Oh, that's good.
The beginning and, of course, Christmas. So
right.
Talia, of course, has taken over.
Yeah.
My daughter.
I've yet to see her in the show.
Oh my gosh, so she blows me away every day. I just watching her grow. She dances. She has more talent in one toe than I ever had.
Just think of it this way.
Ever.
All that talent. Yeah, my grandpa used to say that he had more talent in his little finger than I had in my whole body. Like he was so proud of me.
That was so nice.
Yeah, it was. They were not very...
No,
I had low self-esteem.
She is my retirement program. So
well, I was going to say, she will allow you to now concentrate on the bathrooms and stuff more.
Yay!
Yeah, so you got that going for
it. We're looking for a really bright future. We have a lot of great plans, and now that we have a bigger stage and stuff that we can work on,
it's a great theater.
Yeah.
And you know what I liked about it? I haven't seen your show, but I've seen Dave's, and you guys work together. It's not like a lot of the other theaters and shows where everyone is trying to get that piece of that pie.
No.
Like you come on his show and like there's cross promotion going on. And I never understood around here why people didn't work together more to make it work.
And they should.
They should.
Absolutely. Every show in that theater is completely different, which is great.
Yeah, you got you guys, the Fair family. And
they're not there anymore.
Oh, that's right.
They're moving.
Yeah. Oops.
But that's okay.
That's okay,
Yeah. But we, Patsy Cline Remembered is there. Totally country. Patsy Cline. I mean...
Yeah, she comes to our show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see her.
Yeah, and then Dave's show is very variety.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's the kind of show that I like to be part of because I'm too chicken to do my own thing. I really
You shouldn't. You're fabulous.
No, I'm more. Well, thank you. I
just go to watch you at that show.
You leave for the other parts.
I do. It's like I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat my chicken now.
You got your iPad.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm more of a. I like to be part of a variety thing.
Yeah, you would fit in well.
Yeah.
If you need a job, let me know.
Yeah, gee, thanks. I'll let you know right after this. We'll see how it goes. But go and see the Magnificent Seven for next year because you guys are wrapping up this year by the time
we open in April.
See this in April. Cool. And do you have a separate website for you guys?
Mag7show.com.
Mag and the number 7?
7.
I think it's backwards.
The number.
Better do it. Backwards. Yeah.
7show.com.
And that's here. You can see it if you look
here.
Right
We're also
here.
on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You got a big Facebook following?
Facebook.
Yeah, we'll put that. Wait, did I spell that right? Let me fix that.
Okay.
Fix
that one.
Yeah, okay, it's fixed.
It took me a long time to spell magnificent, just so you know.
Really? I know.
My daughter at age
Siri.
2 knew how to spell it, but me, no.
Constantly when I have to write things, I just say them into my phone so that she'll write it out because I use Siri constantly. She really is my best friend.
Best friend?
Yeah,
yes.
She really is. I joke about it in the show.
I believe it.
She truly is. We carry on this whole conversation. So Facebook, and do you do the Twitter thing? I got to tell you something funny.
I'm not really tweety.
I'm not either, but when I'm not in this area, Facebook is big here.
It is.
But when I work, I'm leaving for Los Angeles next week or so. No one does Facebook. For you. Well, I love it. That's where I work.
I like Los Angeles.
And but no one they don't use Facebook.
Really?
If I say Facebook, they look at me like, really?
So it's all a tweet thing.
It's all Twitter. Yeah, it's all Twitter. And so I'm trying to promote my Twitter stuff here. Last night, I'm sitting downstairs trying to invite people. And so I'm going around searching for local people that are on Twitter to promote this channel.
Right.
And hardly anyone in Branson. So I would go to it's funny because in LA, I'll look up a friend and they'll have thousands.
Right.
You know, I have like 34,000 people on mine, which is small for some of these
Sounds
other
big
people.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go onto theirs and they got thousands. I go on to like some of the local newspaper sites and stuff to invite them, and they'll be like, we have 78 followers. And it's just very weird to me. And their last tweet was like 3 years ago or something.
Well, we have one, I think.
Yeah. We'll get on that.
Yeah. I'll
Get
sick
on
my
that.
husband on that.
Yeah,
He's
it's
more
easy. It takes like a
technology than I
minute,
am.
And you should do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I just don't know what to do. The hashtag thing throws me off.
Oh, I'll teach you. It's
Okay.
really cool.
Great.
You can benefit from
Lesson.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
So go and see my friend Tamra
Yes.
and Joe and Talia and Cameron and Bethany, who were in my show for years.
Yes.
And yeah.
We've got Dusty and we have Cassie.
Dusty Dollar.
Dusty Dollar.
A shout out to Dusty Dollar there.
Did you work with him over there?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I've worked with everybody
I
that's
think
in
so
your show.
too.
They leave us.
Cassie, you didn't work with Cassie.
Well, my daughter's name is Cassie. I named
Oh,
her
well, that
after
worked.
her.
After her. That'll work.
Because I want to be part of your show so
Yes.
bad. So yeah, my daughter Cassie.
That'll work.
And my other daughter Jo.
Oh,
Yeah.
named after my husband.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, great.
I got it. So anyways, go see the show. Check out the FaceTube page and support our shows here. And watch that documentary, We Always Lie to Strangers.
Sure.
We don't. We're
We
honest.
don't. We're very honest.
I swear.
Very.
I'm not lying to you, honest. Thanks for watching Open Mic with Christopher James and Tamra Tinoco. Bye-bye.